Hey guys, Magnus here, bringing you another video. I've talked about this one before, and it's one I kind of wanted to do. I wanted to show you this one. So this is an idea I've had it for a while. This is like a Halloween, well, it's Halloween versus Christmas. So which one is better, Halloween or Christmas? So of course we've always had a Halloween update every year, and we've always had a Christmas update every year since 2012. And so what we've done is, obviously last year I made my Christmas list with my top 10 characters, my top 10 buildings. That list has not changed because of the really crappy characters and crappy buildings in that thing. I'm leaving out costumes out of this list, so it's a 3v3, best character, best building and best event, and we're going to judge it on that. We're gonna get rid of non-playables, and we're gonna get rid of skins. So basically we're gonna verse the Halloween's best character and Christmas's best character, then the best building, and then the best event itself. So the actual best, the best one. And of course I've made all these lists before. If you look on my channel, you can find the actual proper lists. So this kind of spoil the #1 spot of every one of those lists. So yeah, let's get into it. It's not gonna be a long video, but we'll talk about it. So the first round, so round 1 of this boxing match, of this fight to the death, we have Maggie Simpson versus Mod Flanders. So of course these are the two biggest characters. Maggie Simpson was the best character from Christmas by far, and Mod Flanders was definitely the best character from Halloween so far. So let's talk about the traits. So Maggie herself is a damn cool character. Of course, she completes the Simpsons set. She was free, and they sort of centered the whole kind of event over finally unlocking Maggie, and finally she is in the game. They added clips, like animations, video clips to actually enforce the story, which is interesting. They had a really interesting quest for it, and the character itself is brilliant, got plenty of costumes, and has been involved in other events ever since. Mod Flanders is a bit of a different one because, of course, she was added earlier on. She basically ran the 2013 event, the Halloween 2013. She obviously was sort of in charge of it. She's the one who run it. Now, the one problem with her, she hasn't got any costumes. I would have liked a costume with her as a normal human in her original form, if you know what I mean. She has some really cool, interesting tasks, and of course she does get involved in other stuff as well. They do tend to involve her if there's any things with the Flanders. They tend to involve her. They do stuff with ghosts and stuff like that. So they have involved her outside of that. But unfortunately, I'm gonna have to give round 1 to Maggie Simpson. It really is a no-brainer. She is probably the best character they've ever added since 2012, to be honest. Just because obviously of how big the character is, and to be honest, it's not even just because of that. It's also because of just the story, the pure quest lines they put around her. So yeah, this next round is best building. So this is the Happy Little Elves ride from Krusty Land versus the House of Evil. So there's a couple things I like about the Happy Little Elves ride. We'll do that first. So of course, the Happy Little Elves ride is pretty damn cool because, of course, it added a brand new building to Krusty Land, and I'm pretty sure it's the I'm pretty sure the love tunnel is the most recent build. Oh no, hang on, it's the level. That level, I'm pretty sure that the level stuff is the most recent. I'm not even too sure, but it was quite a recent stuff. It was like a new addition to Krusty Land after Krusty Land first came. However, the one problem I have with the Happy Little Elves ride is I hardly ever see it because I don't really need to go to Krusty Land. Krusty Land's kind of dead, and it's not really. It feels unfair to kind of judge it on that, but I'm gonna have to. You know, they didn't really involve the building anymore. Now, House of Evil, it's always been involved every year. They've done something with it every year at least. Obviously, it unlocked the Krusty doll, which is extra cool. It's a nice little cool, neat building, which is easy to decorate, and I really like it. And as much as I love the Happy Little Elves ride, just because the fact that we sort of have to neglect it now because of Krusty Land, I'm going to have to give this to the House of Evil. I think it's a really nice little building that you can easily decorate, and it's my favourite building to look at. It just looks so cool. And yeah, I'm going to have to give it to that, and of course it unlocks the pretty cool Krusty doll. So unfortunately, the House of Evil gets this one, but only by a slim margin. Also because I didn't want this to end in 2 rounds. No, that's not the reason. I genuinely do think the House of Evil is a little bit better than the Happy Little Elves ride. Anyway, final round, round 3, the very final round. Ding ding. This is between Xmas 2015 and Halloween 2013. It's a really hard one because they both had some brilliant things. Of course, 2013 added stuff like Booperella, obviously Mod herself, they added all the different things. And 2015 added Maggie, you know, all the sort of Link Bouvier, Sophie Christoscoffi, and Kearney's other son and stuff like that. Really good buildings in both as well, and they both had really solid stories and solid characters, plenty of characters in both really. However, there was a few more characters in Xmas 2015. There was a few more buildings which I appreciated more in Xmas 2013. Halloween 2013 is good as it is. I just felt that Xmas pushed it a little bit forward, and although this year's event was absolutely awful, I'm gonna have to give this one to Xmas 2015, and that crowns Xmas 2015, or Xmas as a whole. It crowns Christmas events better than Halloween events. Controversial to say, I know. But I personally think the Christmas events, just from this versing thing, I think they are better than Halloween events, just by a slim margin. But if we're looking at this year, in terms of this year, I think Halloween outdid Christmas way too, by far. But I just feel like in previous years, mainly because of last year's Christmas event, it has kind of outdone Halloween. And I know maybe this isn't a very fair way to do it, because they did add Maggie in the Christmas, so that kind of kills it off straight away, doesn't it? But I just feel like this is the only way I could kind of do the list. I didn't want to go through each year and verse them all. But yeah, I felt this was kind of fair. So I hope you enjoy this little versus thing. I think it's a pretty cool, neat thing to do. I'm gonna do the same thing for St. Patrick's Day and 4th of July when that comes. I know that's a bit weird, but they're kind of two annual events we always get. I might do Valentine's Day. I could do Valentine's Day versus something either. I don't know, but we haven't really always got a very big time Valentine's Day. I'm pretty sure that they don't always do something that big for Valentine's Day. That's the only problem with that. But we'll see. Anyway, guys, I shall see you next video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.